ساتوی پسرو وینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو داد شهیدانو کور داد کور داد.
Good evening. Today is Sunday, the 3rd of August 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash and you're watching English News Bulletin from RTA News. Let's dive into today's news updates from the country and beyond. Minister of Refugees and Repatriations Maulavi Abdul Kabir met with Kunar Police Chief Maulavi Ziaul Haq and Nangarhar Intelligence Director Qari Abed. During the meeting, Maulavi Abdul Kabir emphasized that necessary assistance should be delivered to returning Afghan citizens in coordination with national and international and aid agencies across all provinces. Security officials from Kunar and Nangarhar described the migration and security situation as satisfactory and stated that the returnees have been warmly welcomed. The Ministry of Energy and Water and Azizi Energy Private Company have signed a $10 billion agreement to produce and distribute 10,000 megawatts of electricity over the next 7 to 10 years, utilizing coal, gas, wind, solar and hydropower. The Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs attended the signing ceremony. Mirwais Azizi, Director of Azizi Energy, highlighted that the project will make Afghanistan self-sufficient in electricity, create 150,000 jobs and generate $10 to $12 billion in government revenue. Here is a detailed story.
The signing ceremony for an agreement to produce 10,000 megawatts of electricity aimed at achieving self-sufficiency in the country's electricity sector took place recently. The Ministry of Energy and Water, in collaboration with the Azizi Group, has finalized an agreement to generate 10,000 megawatts of electricity using a combination of coal, gas, wind, solar and hydropower over the next 7 to 10 years, and valued at about $10 billion. Minister of Energy and Water, Mullah Abdul Latif Mansour, stated that this marks the largest power generation project agreement in Afghanistan's history, focusing on using the country's existing electricity generation resources.
Today is a historic and significant day for Afghanistan, as one of our national investors has signed an agreement with us to invest $10 billion and generate 10,000 megawatts of electricity for the country. This might be one of the greatest and most historic days in Afghanistan's history and a major achievement for us.
The RTA Azizi Group states that with the implementation of this project, Afghanistan will become self-sufficient in the power generation. It will also create jobs for up to 150,000 people and lead to the construction of hundreds of new factories across the country.
Currently, your annual revenue may be $1 to $1.2 billion, but with the generation of 10,000 megawatts of electricity, government revenue will reach $10 to $12 billion. Because thousands of factories will be established, the taxes collected by the government will significantly strengthen both the development and regular budgets with much greater independence.
It's worth noting that out of this 10,000 megawatts of electricity, 4,000 megawatts have been allocated for the use of public, while the remaining 6,000 megawatts have been allocated for industrial factories. The design work for these will be completed within the next 6 months, and the practical work for 2,000 to 3,000 megawatts of electricity generation projects will begin in the first phase.
Overseas, at least 36 Palestinians were martyred yesterday in Israeli attacks on the Gaza Strip, according to a report by Al Jazeera. Among the victims, 13 were targeted at humanitarian aid distribution centers. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health in Gaza reported that 7 more individuals, including 1 child, have died due to starvation. It's worth mentioning that so far, a total of 169 people, including 93 children, have lost their lives as a result of the ongoing blockade on the Gaza Strip. Deputy Minister for Health Services at the Ministry of Public Health, Maulavi Abdul Wali Haqqani, held a meeting with officials of the Coast Provincial Public Health Department during his visit to the province. According to a press release from the ministry, Mr. Haqqani listened to the concerns of the department's officials and staff and assured them of efforts to resolve the issues. As part of his visit, he also inspected the allocated land designated for the GH hospital in the Spera district. The Ministry of Justice states that the registered charity organizations provided it over 1,110 million Afghanis, more than $382,000, 20,000 euros and 500,000 Pakistani rupees to needy families during the solar year 1403. According to the ministry, these contributions were made by 141 charitable organizations, of which 65 operate in Kabul, while the rest are active in various provinces. The ministry noted that the aid was spent on food and non-food items, medicine, healthcare, education, vocational training, higher education, and employment opportunities. The Ministry of Refugees and Repatriations has reported that over 3,000 Afghan refugees returned to the country from Iran through the Aslam Qala and Silk Road crossings in the past 24 hours. According to the ministry, nearly 500,000 other Afghan migrants also returned from Pakistan during the same period via the Torkham, Spin Boldak and Behramcha border crossings along the Durand Line. The National Statistics and Information Authority has announced that during the month of Saratan, the Directorate of Civil Registration Services provided remote citizenship ID services to 4,000 Afghan nationals living abroad. According to the authority, the services included the issuance of 1,151 new paper ID cards, 360 duplicate ID cards, and 2,535 correctional services. The Special Court for Addressing Usurped Emirate lands in the Central Zone has ruled that 885 acres of land in the Shahrenau township area of Maidan Shahar, the capital of Maidan Wardak province, rightfully belongs to the Islamic Emirate based on the review of official documents and evidence. To prevent land usurpation, the Commission for the Prevention of Land Grabbing has established 4 special courts across the country's 4 zones, along with technical teams in every province to identify and verify grabbed lands as part of ongoing efforts to reclaim state property. The Badghis Provincial Electricity Directorate has announced that it collected over 37 million Afghanis in revenue from the province during the past 3 months. According to the Directorate, effective measures were also taken in the first quarter of the current fiscal year to improve electricity infrastructure in the provincial capital. A special operations unit of the Counter-Narcotics Department under the Ministry of Interior Affairs seized 112 kilograms of opium during a search operation in the Dorahi area of Farkhar district, Takhar province. According to officials, the opium had been skillfully hidden inside a vehicle. 2 individuals were arrested in connection with the case and will be handed over to judicial authorities following an investigation, said the authorities. That's all for tonight. Stay with us to stay updated. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا